Are there any significant economic differences between what the Bush administration has put forward over these many years as opposed to now what John McCain supports?
Yeah, I mean, for instance, take for instance the issue of I'm drawing a blank, and I hate it when I do that, particularly on television. But take for instance the contrast on NAFTA. I mean, I think that the bigger issue is credibility in where one is coming from. On are they consistent where they come from? John McCain has consistently stood against earmarks throughout his tenure in the United States Senate. Regrettably, the president has not been exactly busy with the veto pen on earmarks. I mean, there's just one contrast alone. It's particularly
But let me
relevant.
get back to what you raised, the issue of NAFTA. I don't see, he's a huge supporter of free trade, John McCain. The Bush administration supports free trade. I don't see a big difference between the two of them on NAFTA.
I was going to go to a point. I was going to go to a point, which is what you'd want is consistency with regard to that position. What I think is more relevant is Obama had said during the primary process, we've got to go ahead and redraw NAFTA, and now his comments have been much more tepid post-primary about, well, maybe...
Right, that's a major difference between Obama and the president, but as far as NAFTA is concerned, McCain and Bush are on the same page.
They are, for free trade, and if you think it'll help our economy, given the troubled economic times that we live in, lining up a bunch of trade barriers, I think it's at odds with the reality that has brought about job growth and a lot of economic job creation.
But beyond the issue of what's called pork barrel spending or the earmarks, is there any other issue on the economic issues, whether tax issues, energy issues, that you see a significant difference between what we've seen in recent years by the Bush administration and what John McCain would do if president?
Yeah, I mean, you could go down a number of different bills. I mean, if you look at the steel bill that went through way back when, Bush and McCain were opposite sides on that one. If you look at...
well, they were opposite sides early on in 2001 and 2003 on the Bush tax cuts, which John McCain, along with Lincoln Chafee, among the only other Republican, voted against. But since then, John McCain says he endorses making those tax cuts permanent.